July aru Indian Women Network Assam chapter presents India at 100 Women-led Development.
Presented by Topsem Cement, Mazbuti ka bharosa hamesha. Powered by Neste Serigo. Co-powered by Jetta Farm, Desh ka Culture, Agriculture. Banking partner, State Bank of India, the banker to every Indian. Education partner, Assam Downtown University. Health partner, Azile Hospital, Litosif, Hell Liver Syrup. जो पिएगा वो जिएगा. In association with NRL, Oil India, Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. Print partner, the Assam Tribune. Radio partner, Gupshup 94.3 FM, proud to be local.
India at 100 Women-led Development Conclave is presented by Topsem Cement, Nestle Caregro, Zeta Farms, State Bank of India, Assam Downtown University, Agile Hospital, Letosiv, in association with Numoligarh Refinery Limited, Oil India Limited, Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India, print partner, the Assam Tribune, and radio partner, Gupshup 94.3 FM. This is the Women in Technology session. May I request Nidhi Sharma, aerospace scientist, engineer of ISRO, to kindly come on stage and take her seat. A huge round of applause for Srimati Nidhi Sharma. She is from Delhi. Her schooling was from KVINA New Delhi, and undergraduation in aerospace engineering was from IIST Thiruvananthapuram. And Nidhi is currently pursuing her PhD from IIT Kharagpur. Panel discussion is another favorite person of mine. She is Atrey Barua Thekedat. May I request you, ma'am, to kindly come on stage. Atrey Barua Thekedat is an entrepreneur who, after a brief stint at Hewlett-Packard Private Limited in Singapore as an IT solutions specialist, and it's my privilege to welcome you. And our next panelist for this discussion is another favorite human being of mine, and she is Pratibha Das Hatibarua. May I request you, ma'am, to kindly come on stage and take your seat. She's an experienced technology professional with over 24 years of experience across various domains. She began her career as a Microsoft certified networking engineer working for Infosys Bengaluru, and moved into entrepreneurship by transitioning into programming, eventually becoming a consultant in blockchain, metaverse and NFT technologies in recent years. And our moderator for this session is one of my favorite bidos and my neighbor also. So I have to tell you that she's a very accomplished retired government officer. She is Dr. Meenakshi Devi. Warm welcome to you, ma'am. She's a PhD in chemistry from IIT Kanpur and Nehu. She worked in B. Borua College in the past. She has worked with the government of Assam for over 24 years in the Industries and Commerce Department. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am, and I hand over the session to you.
Now today the topic is Omen in technology. We all know that technology, due to its hard and rigorous nature, has traditionally been perceived as a mode of a male domain. But things now are changing in favor of more gender equity, gender inclusiveness and gender diversity, both in education and at workplace. It seems that you have a 24 years of experience in technology profession. You change or work in different domains. As a result, as an outside perspective, your career seems to be very varied. But we realize and we know that every role you were seeking new challenges and growth. So how do you summarize your successful career so far?
Technology is an industry which is incredibly dynamic. You take the example of the Xerox machines of the 80s, which soon got replaced by printers, scanners. Then we had the PCOs, which again went on a decline once the mobile phones became affordable and widespread. So comparatively, the IT industry is even more dynamic. In the 90s, when the internet started to become popular with the usage of Hotmail and Yahoo Mail, we had the Web 1.0 version of the internet, and that time we had mostly static websites where we could only read or absorb the information. We couldn't contribute. And those were mostly controlled by big organizations like CNN, BBC, and so on. Then in 2000s, we slowly transitioned to Web 2.0, and that was when the internet transitioned to a two-way communication when users became the content creators. One thing is to be noted is that technology combined with other domains is like hitting the jackpot. Technology, say, combined with marketing, or tech sales, they are hotbeds of career growth. You can have incredibly lucrative careers. So I too have harnessed my knowledge to delve into different realms such as writing, which is one of my loves, teachings, and counseling. And this has led to the amalgamation of different ventures such as tech blogging, public speaking, mentoring, and workshops. And besides that, this technology delving into this realm not only satisfies me, but also I am able to spread knowledge and insights as I foray into a new field of public speaking, because I feel that technology is not only about algorithms and codings, it's about transforming the tech wisdom into a language that can be understood by a broader audience, so that it is easier for me to help others to foray into this tech jungle.
So thank you so much, Pratibha.
Thank you.
Atri, you being the pioneer in this field, everyone knows your name in the IT sector. So what motivated you to quit your secure job, which everyone is like keen for you, to go for a secure job? You had left a lubricating job and start your own company.
Well, when I started 23 years ago, there was hardly anyone. Things haven't changed much. There are few, women we see in the IT sectors as co-founders of companies. Entrepreneurship, like the previous panelist and the previous panel had also mentioned, is not a bed of roses. There are so many challenges, especially for women. We have, lack of access to capital. The banks don't take women entrepreneurs very seriously. We have less risk-taking ability. Sometimes the families are also not very supportive of their wives and daughters burning money. You don't know, entrepreneurship is almost like a gamble. You start it may go well, it may not go well. So that's a risk you take. And inadequate childcare facilities. So you have a lot of women dropping, though we have, I think, the maximum number of women taking up science in India. But after age of 35, a lot of women drop out, especially from the tech sector. Though we still have the largest number of women in tech working for companies, but very few entrepreneurs. I think one thing about entrepreneurship in this domain is that is a gender bias. I personally have never given my gender any thought. When I started then, and even when I started, maybe the person opposite, then I actually started, now when I think back, I said, actually people didn't really take me that seriously when I started. They're like, who is this young girl starting talking tech and all that, what does she know tech? So that is an attitude but I think being the sort of person I was, or I am, I didn't really get that, let that get to me. I developed a thick hide over time and I didn't care. I just thought that if I do good work, if I know what I'm doing, then, my work will speak for itself. So I think all the young women out there, tech is a great industry to be in. The barriers of entry in this business are high. High because a non-tech person can never start a tech company. So if you're an engineer, if you have a technical qualification, so you should seriously look at getting into the tech sector. Since last year, November, with ChatGPT, a lot of things have churned in the workforce. But as entrepreneurs, I see that as a blessing. ChatGPT can do a lot of side jobs which you don't need to hire people for, so you can work with a leaner workforce, and a more productive workforce. I have coders. I find that earlier they would have spent about 3 hours figuring out the issue. Now they just put it in the ChatGPT and they get it instantly, and the work is done much quicker. So I think the productivity has really shot up since ChatGPT. So all the women out there, I think this is a great sector to be in. Entrepreneurship is not easy, but if you're wanting to do it, if you're technically qualified, then please don't give it a second thought.
Thank you, Atri. Nidhi is in front of us, so we don't want to make it a chance, because we want to talk and we want to know many things from her. So congratulations, Nidhi, for the successful launch of Chandrayaan 3. So big applause to her and her team. The whole country is proud of you and your team's success. Thank you. So first thing, as a distinguished member of ISRO, Team ISRO, first tell us, you become a space scientist as a deliberate strategy or in an accidental strategy? If it was a deliberate and plain strategy, then how do you choose this career and who influenced you?
First of all, thank you, Dr. Meenakshi. Good evening to all of you. And thank you for honoring me with such beautiful words. It's really coming from my heart, and in an attempt that it touches your hearts as well, I want to attempt this as a অনুষ্ঠানত আপোনালোকে মোক ইমান সন্মান দিয়াৰ কাৰণ মই মোৰ আন্তৰিক ধন্যবাদ যাচিছোঁ। Coming to what you asked me, well, my story started in my childhood, where this is really textbook, where I genuinely did plan this. I grew up dreaming of being a space scientist. Well, in childhood we would say, I want to be an astronaut. Most of the kids would do. At that time we did not understand what being an astronaut means, or what other options you have. As we grew, we understood that there are other engineering and scientific career opportunities available in the same sector. But yes, the seeds were sown. I have studied from Kendriya Vidyalaya, and we used to have this science NCERT textbook, and the last chapter used to be space, and it used to inspire me so much, reading about, we all knew about NASA and ESA. Nobody knew about ISRO back then. And when we read about Indian Space Research Organization in those chapters, the heart of that tiny girl fell for it right then and there. And then I had been very lucky to have had role models in front of me. I have been very inspired, lucky to have interacted with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam back in my childhood, when my school took me for one of his events, and we got to interact with him. And this could not have been luckier that I actually got into a college. My college is Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, which is Department of Space's college, university based in Trivandrum, Kerala. And the lucky part is that Dr. APJ happened to be our chancellor as well. I got to receive my degree from him. We had a lot of lectures with him, a lot of interactions with him. Really honored to have been a part of that journey as well. And after that, I joined ISRO, and the rest is history. I have been very honored to be a part of all those projects and be able to contribute to the nation also, not just to science.
My second, I think I want to know, failure are the pillars of success. Behind one visible successful launch, there are many failed and aborted missions. How did you and Team ISRO kept up your moral motivation and momentum despite the failure of the past?
Well, we are all humans. As a human, yes, we did feel sad. Our experiment failed. A lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort. It all went down. But in that moment also, there was this silver lining. You know, it becomes very inspiring when Pradhan Mantri of your country comes to you and tries to cheer you up when the entire mission complex is down, and he's coming and saying, "Don't worry, we are going to learn from our mistakes."
Great.
And that's what we did. As a scientist, failure is not just a failure. It is equally important as a success. It's just an outcome of an experiment. And we are going to learn as much from success as we're from failure as we're going to learn from success. So we came back stronger, and this time we succeeded.
Beautiful. I'm sorry, but we could not give more time to Pratibha also, Atri also, and we want to hear more and more from Nidhi. But sorry, out of this session, we can talk to her, and even the students who are there on the back, they can put questions to her afterwards, not now. Can we ask one question from someone? Yeah.
Well, my name is Pakiza Rahman, and I'm the co-founder and director of MGI Group. We are into research and development of agarwood. We are producing indigenous agarwood perfumes. My question to the panelists is women's participation in development and their involvement in technology. These are two interconnected topics. What is your take? How gender biasness and gender equality can be removed through women in technology?
There should be more of promotion of digital literacy around the country through a lot of awareness campaigns. There should be in schools, there should be workshops and trainings. So this should be widespread, and the digital literacy should be increased among women, especially in the rural areas. So programs have to be built both by government and by the corporate in combination, and check out the key areas where the development is required, where awareness is required, and what programs we can drive to bring out more digital literacy and remove the gender bias in digital literacy.
Thank you. I'm so happy that I'm in front of three panelists, and again I want to give a big thank you to IWN, who has given me the opportunity to be in front of you all. Thank you so much.
CII আৰু Indian Women Network Assam chapter presents India at 100 Women-led Development.
Presented by Topsem Cement, मजबूती का भरोसा हमेशा. Powered by Nestle Serico, co-powered by Jetta Farm, देश का culture, agriculture. Banking partner, State Bank of India, the banker to every Indian. Education partner, Assam Downtown University. Health partner, Agile Hospital, Litosif, Hell Liver Syrup. जो पिएगा वो जिएगा. In association with NRL, Oil India, Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. Print partner, the Assam Tribune. Radio partner, Gupshup 94.3 FM, proud to be local.